Boys and girls, so the next activity that I'm going to share with you for this week's work is a reading comprehension check number 6. And this is just a passage that we're going to read over here, just a short passage that follows along with the second grade standards. And so it's just a shortened passage with some comprehension questions over here to the right. So not many questions, but enough so that we can check our understanding of the story. If you've already answered this and you're using this video as a way to check your answers, you can follow along with the story and check your answers over here once we get there. If you're going to do the activity along with me in the video, that is perfectly fine as well. That way we can kind of read it together. I can read it, you can follow along as I'm reading it. That is a perfectly fine as well. Just make sure you have a pencil ready if you're going to do it with us so that you can go ahead and work on the questions as I share them with you here. Right, so the title is called Children's Book Day. So looking at the title, I know it's going to be about some children's books or a day about books involving children. So we'll read and see what this short passage shares with us. Around the world, April 2nd is Children's Book Day. We're celebrating by rounding up some book facts. What was the first children's book? Some say it was a little pretty pocketbook. It was published in 1744. The author, John Newbery, has a book award named for him. The first book to win the Newbery Award was The Story of Mankind. It was told of world history for kids. It is about 100 years old now. The best-selling book ever is The Poky Little Puppy. Oh, I actually remember that little story. Book lovers have been buying copies since 1944. It has sold about 15 million copies. What about the Harry Potter books? Oh, those are my favorite. Well, the author holds the record for the most valuable book. She gave a handwritten copy of one of her books to her publisher. It sold at auction for more than $400,000. Ooh, that was a pretty pricey book right there. So this was a story just about Children's Book Day, and they gave us some interesting, fun facts. And so we'll go over here and we'll answer our questions and then check them in our passage. So question number 1, why is the Poky Little Puppy famous? So what you would do is you would go back over into your text and you could find the section right here about the Poky Little Puppy, and you could also label your paragraph. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would know it's in paragraph 4 when we answer questions. So you would know to reference that paragraph alone because that's what it's about. So the best book ever is The Poky Little Puppy. Okay, so we're going to go back over here and look to see our options. It is the oldest children's book? No, because that wasn't the first one. It is the first children's book to win an award. Wasn't that one. It is the best-selling children's book. And if I look right there, that's what it told me, the best-selling book. And then I'm still going to check my last answer just to make sure. It is the most valuable children's book. It didn't talk about money or the value of it. It just talked about it being the best book. So the answer 1 to 1 is C. It is the best-selling children's book. Okay, number 2. What is the main purpose of this text? What is the main purpose of this text right here? we go back and we look, it's telling us all about Children's Book Day. And so it does give us interesting facts and all of that, but it does tell us about why we celebrate it and just some interesting facts about books. So this right here, paragraph 1, tells you what the passage is going to be about. And then these are just interesting little book facts. Right down here, paragraph 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so for number 2, well, we can put to inform us or tell us about Children's Book Day. Okay. And why we celebrate it. So it was, the first, the day, and that they celebrated it by telling us some facts. Okay. Number 3, why did the book by Harry Potter's author sell for such a high price? Okay, so we'll look down here into paragraph 5, because this is where it talks about the Harry Potter book. And we look, and it's because she gave a handwritten copy to her publisher. Okay, so you can say she sold a handwritten copy. Okay. Number 4, what is the connection between A Little Pretty Pocketbook and the Story of Mankind? Okay, so we're going to have to go up here and look into the paragraph with the Little Pretty Pocketbook and the Story of Mankind. So if we look, we need to look at a connection between these two paragraphs. So if I go back and read it, what was the first children's book? Some say it was A Little Pretty Pocketbook. It was published in 1744. The author, John Newbery, has a book award named for him. And then the first book to win the Newbery Award was The Story of Mankind. It told the story of world history for kids. It is about 100 years old. So if I look at the connection, I can see right here, John Newbery was the one that wrote A Little Pretty Pocketbook. And then down here, The Story of Mankind was the first book to win the Newbery Award. So that is the connection. So John Newbery is the author, and he was given an award for that. And so the first book to receive his award, the Newbery Award, was The Story of Mankind. So the connection between those two is John Newbery and the Newbery Award. So the connection, and I'm going to try to write small so I can fit it all. Connection is John Newbery and the Newbery Award. So there you have reading comprehension, your passage and questions for the Children's Book Day passage. Great job. If you want to take a picture and show me your work, you're more than welcome to. And I hope that was helpful. Bye.